Tonight, Wasco calls out Dr. Ernest Hiller and Dr. James Fletcher for what it views as a deliberate dissemination of false information. Senator Herman Gill Francis fires back at opposition leader Philip J. Pierre, who called on him to retract statements about the police commissioner. And the health minister says 3 entities are in the running to run the Owen King EU Hospital. We have the details coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
It is Thursday, the 31st of January, 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News. I am Lovelace St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. The Lucian People's Movement will soon be no more. Leader Thorold Prudent has confirmed that the party is in the process of being dissolved. He said he and other party members are hoping to join the main opposition St. Lucia Labour Party, SLP. Leader of the opposition, Philip J. Pierre, has confirmed that such a move is afoot.
We have people coming onto the roof when the elections for us. I've never seen a party now that just lost an election 2 years ago and how so many people are interested and want to run for the Labour Party.
Among them include the leader of the LPM, Thorold Prudent.
Well, the leader of the LPM has sent in his application to join our party, and our party is like a big umbrella. We embrace everybody.
Government Senator Timothy Mangal says the no-confidence motion was absolutely necessary. However, he says it was aimed at the wrong person. He says it should have been aimed at the leader of the opposition, Philip J. Pierre, for failure to be an effective party leader on a whole. Rochelle Gonzalez reports.
Once a solid candidate of the St. Lucia Labour Party, Timothy Mangal, who now stands on the side of the United Workers' Party-led administration, has stated that the no-confidence motion, which was recently tabled against Prime Minister Alan Chastanet, should have in fact been against SLP leader Philip J. Pierre. Mangal said the opposition leader has demonstrated on many occasions why there is no confidence in him. He said the SLP should be held accountable for not taking care of the needs of the people.
If there should be a vote of no confidence or motion of no confidence, it should be in the opposition. The opposition is elected by the people of this country to carry out a specific function, and that is to be the people's opposition in the House. How many times have the opposition got up from the House and walked away from the people's business?
When asked for his thoughts on the motion in general, Mangal said he's happy with the outcome.
I personally believe that the Prime Minister and the government and also the entire cabinet is responsible for the development of this country, and they're doing a very fantastic job.
Mangal shied away from disclosing why he left the SLP to join the UWP prior to the last general elections. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I'm Rochelle Gonzalez.
Wasco's board, in a press statement on Thursday, accused former Minister Dr. James Fletcher and MP Dr. Ernest Hiller of misleading the public concerning the John Compton Dam desilting project after questions were asked about the tender process for the desilting of the dam and the condition of the sediment disposal area, SDA. Wasco says it would like to state in no uncertain terms that the desilting of the John Compton Dam project was done through a competitive bidding process. Phase 1 was opened up to only local contractors, mainly because Wasco was of the view that since Phase 1 entailed civil works, there were several local contractors that had the capacity to construct the SDA. And it says indeed a local contractor was the successful competitive bidder. However, Phase 2 was open to international competitive bidding in light of the highly technical skills required for the dredging component of the project. The tender process for Phase 2 was also subject to oversight by the Caribbean Development Bank. Wasco has proclaimed that it has at all times acted within competitive bidding procurement rules and guidelines for the desilting project. The interviews done by the former minister and the MP, it says, demonstrate that there are particular individuals whose objective it is to deliberately disseminate false information. It advised that in the future these people should verify the true facts from Wasco before misleading the general public. In other news, National Security Minister Herman Gill Francis is making shocking insinuations that while he was being pressed by opposition leader Philip J. Pierre to withdraw statements which he made about the Commissioner of Police, Pierre himself is guilty of using his power to get rid of former COP Vernon Fassoir. Rochelle Gonzalez reports.
National Security Minister Herman Gill Francis has stood his ground regarding a statement which he made on the 21st of January, where he said if he wasn't happy with the performance of the Commissioner of Police, Severin Monchery, he would not be the commissioner. 2 days after making this statement, he was called upon by the leader of the opposition, Philip J. Pierre, to retract that statement, as such an act by the minister is unconstitutional. However, on Tuesday morning, Francis fired back, sticking to what he said.
At the end of the day, you all asked me a question whether I was satisfied with the commissioner. I answered it about 3 times. Yes, I was satisfied.
Yeah, but the issue is your comments.
No, but you asked me whether if I was not satisfied, what would have happened? I mean, if something is not working in government.
No, sir, I was asking a question to you. But your response was, if I wasn't satisfied, he would not be there.
Exactly.
Okay,
so what's the
opposition
issue
is
now?
saying-
Almost immediately after standing his ground, the minister made a damning insinuation about Pierre.
Maybe
So why is
those
Mr.
statements-
Fassoir not commissioner?
No, but the opposition is saying
Why
those
is
statements were
Mr.
statesmen.
Fassoir not commissioner?
Can you shed some light on that? Why is he not?
Well, I don't know. You asked Philip J. Pierre, because he was the one that decided and sent Mr. Fassoir home. So ask him that first. And then when he comes back to you, then I will apologize if I have
fire him?
I don't know. So that's what I'm saying.
But as
you
far-
ask him under what circumstances that the Commissioner, Vernon Fassoir, was allowed to leave. If he can answer that, then I will answer.
A frustrated Francis questioned the hype behind his statement, saying he was asked a question and he answered. Semantics aside, he went on to set the record straight.
The Commissioner of Police reports to me. Good? On issues of crime and issues of his officers, what they need for the police officers to do their work, what the confidence level of police officers are. These are matters that we discuss. If things are happening and the government is not satisfied, through me, because the Prime Minister will not deal with that directly, we would meet at Cabinet, we would discuss it, and then instructions will be given to me to speak to the Commissioner. The Commissioner meets us every Monday morning. You know that. And we speak. And if there's an instance where we do a particular thing, it is brought to the attention of the Commissioner. And then the Commissioner has to act. Okay? At the end of the day, if the Commissioner is not doing what he's supposed to do, then obviously a request will be made. The Public Service has to get involved. The Prime Minister has to get involved. The Governor General has to get involved. It is not just a matter of just, I come in and tell the Commissioner go home. That is not so. But you're not dealing with the semantics.
Vernon Fassoir was sent on leave in March of 2015 following an address to the nation by then Prime Minister Kenny Anthony on the findings of numerous controversial matters, including Operation Restore Confidence and the Impacts Report. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Health Minister Mary Isaac is addressing the future of the Owen King EU Hospital after questions surrounding a possible partnership with Health City Cayman Islands.
The Prime Minister must tell St. Lucians what has happened to Health City Cayman, and is it true that negotiations have started with a Latin American healthcare provider to replace Health City Cayman? Those were the words of opposition leader Philip J. Pierre following the New Year's address by Prime Minister Alan Chasney. Now, some answers are coming from Health Minister Mary Isaac on the future of the Owen King EU Hospital and the status of negotiations with Health City Cayman Islands.
We have about 3 different consulting agencies on the table, and as soon as we hear from all 3 and we have all the information from all 3, the Ministry of Health is going to take a decision and everybody else
So we
will
know
follow
about Health
that
City Cayman.
Minister Isaac clarified that there are 3 other entities in the running as it relates to the possible public-private partnership agreement for the running of the Owen King EU Hospital. She says negotiations with PAHO are taking place in earnest.
The consultants were here on Monday, and we also are expecting something from Colombia. From Foscal in Colombia.
Switzerland as well, no, Madam Minister?
I haven't heard anything about Switzerland.
The senator says a careful decision will be made on the part of the government to ensure that healthcare is advanced for the good of the people.
We would have to look at everything that they are proposing, and then we will take a decision.
Construction of the Owen King EU Hospital commenced in 2005 under the 2001-2006 SLP administration. The SLP has asserted that the gift of the hospital from the European Union was never meant to be privatized.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. When we come back, the people have their say on the possible renaming of Serenity Park. Senator Gideon Ferdinand critiques the approach of the Education Minister to the Corinth Secondary School gun incident. And Independent Senator Mauricia Thomas Francis asked her colleagues to practice more maturity when in the House. Stay with us. We'll be right back.